From the station working for you, this is WRTV News at Noon, streaming now.
Now at noon, more shots for more Hoosiers. After a short delay, we'll show you which group of people can now make an appointment to get their COVID vaccine in Indiana. As we begin the month of February, one of the icons in the music industry says he is in the September of his years. His family talking about the major health challenge that he continues to sing through. But first, we want to thank you for joining our team here on the News at Noon. I'm Lauren Casey, and Todd Clausen is standing by at home this midday. Todd, it is chilly out there this week. What can we expect at our lunch hour?
Yeah, you know, the temperatures haven't really changed much at all, Lauren, from this morning to where we are this afternoon. The good news is, though, for the most part, we have gotten rid of those pesky snow showers that started up again yesterday afternoon and then persisted overnight and into the morning commute. Here's a live look from downtown to the north, and you can see the clouds and you can see way off into the distance. If there is snow around, visibility would be reduced, and there's just a few lingering flurries there right along the state line, but most of those are off into Ohio now, part of that big storm system that is on the East Coast, where they have had to shut down New York's LaGuardia Airport because the visibilities were so low. Over 2-inch per hour snowfall rates across parts of New York and New Jersey. But as that storm system strengthened, it pulled the moisture out of our area, thankfully. And so we have a pretty quiet forecast going forward for today and at least the next couple days. Now, our problems, as I mentioned, still are the temperatures. We're in the 20s and 30s right now. You factor in the wind, it still feels like it's in the teens in most locations. High temperatures and wind chill values that we currently have aren't really going to move much throughout the remainder of the day. So whatever you have right now outside your home is what you'll have for the remainder of the afternoon and evening hours. Temperatures this week going to be kind of up and down. We spike into the 40s, and then an Arctic blast heads our way for the weekend. More on that in just a few minutes, Lauren.
All right, Todd, thanks so much. Well, the Fishers Police Department has taken over the investigation of a police shooting in Carmel that left a man dead. This happened late Sunday morning on West Main Street near Spring Mill Road. Police got a call about a man threatening to harm himself, and they say someone was firing shots out of a home. Officers say that they shot the man after he raised a high-powered rifle towards them. The man later died at the hospital. Anyone with any information potentially helping in this investigation is asked to call police. That number is 317-571-2580. New this midday, the state is opening up coronavirus vaccine appointments to more Hoosiers. Today, the state health department announced that you can schedule an appointment for a vaccine if you're 65 or older. The age limit had been 70 before today. The transition to giving vaccines to younger Hoosiers had been delayed due to a lack of supply, but the state says there are now enough vaccines on hand to make more people eligible. To schedule an appointment, you can call 211 or go online to ourshot.in.gov. So far, more than 8% of Indiana's population has received at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. Here's the latest numbers from the state health department. More than 560,000 Hoosiers have gotten their first dose as of Sunday. Just over 143,000 people in Indiana have been fully vaccinated so far. Today, the health department reports another 1,700 cases of COVID-19 as new cases continue a 3-week-long downward trend. 16 additional coronavirus-related deaths were also reported today. More than 9,600 Hoosiers have now died with the virus since the pandemic began. The Hamilton County Health Department is moving its vaccine clinic into a larger building. The department says it's because it should be getting more doses of the vaccine in the coming weeks. Today, the clinic moved from an annex building to the exhibition hall at the 4-H Fairgrounds in Noblesville, which is 6 times bigger. Hamilton County was originally allotted 800 doses of the COVID-19 vaccine per week. They expect that number to double by the middle of the month.
Normally, you'd get somebody through, get them vaccinated, and you've taken care of your problem. Now we have to account for continuing to give first doses eventually and then taking care of our second doses. So.
Well, LeMaster says there are plenty of signs up at the new site to help you find where you're supposed to go. Later today, President Biden will meet with a group of 10 Senate Republicans who have proposed a smaller COVID relief package than the one proposed by the White House. Indiana Senator Todd Young is among those who have signed on to the Republican package. They're asking the president to compromise on his plan in order to get a bipartisan deal through Congress. But President Biden and Democrats appear to have the votes to push through his much larger bill, since Democrats narrowly control the Senate.
Now, we think there's a lot here to work with. We hope we finally start getting that bipartisan and with the White House negotiation.
We can't move forward with them. We'll have to do it on our own.
Here's a closer look at the stimulus plans. The total cost of the Republican plan is less than 1/3 of the plan from the president. It would include $1,000 checks for some Americans. However, eligibility for those checks would phase out for individuals making more than $40,000 a year or $80,000 for couples. It also includes an extension of the unemployment benefits of $300 a week. The Biden plan looks like this. It has larger stimulus checks that would go to more Americans, which is what the Biden campaign campaigned on. Unemployment benefits would also be higher, and the president's plan would also contain more money for vaccines and COVID testing, as well as more money for state and local governments. Well, let's go to a sign of hope now for our local economy. A new business plans to open right here in downtown Indianapolis later this year. Green District is a fast casual salad restaurant that's opening soon on Monument Circle. We talked with one of the owners of the fast-growing chain about the decision to expand during such a difficult time.
And this is by no means over at all. But what we want to do is cement ourselves in the places that is going to grow, that are going to come back. So again, whether that's this year, whether that's next year, Green District is going to be ready to really hone the market. We want to be the place, and everyone's aware of that. Green District has the best salads. We have the best food, the healthy options, and we're just a cool brand and lifestyle.
Green District currently operates a franchise location at the Shops at Perry Crossing in Plainfield. The downtown location is expected to open late spring or early summer.
You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you smile.
Well, some stunning news from legendary singer Tony Bennett today. He and his family are talking for the first time about his battle with Alzheimer's disease. Bennett is now 94 and he's still performing. But in a new interview with AARP magazine, his family says he was first diagnosed with Alzheimer's back in 2016. He's continued to perform and help stimulate his brain, and he has a new album coming out in the spring that's a follow-up to his hit album of duets with Lady Gaga. The two recorded songs for the album between 2018 and 2020. All our best wishes to him and his family. Well, the pandemic has had a dramatic impact on the world of comedy. Next, how the groups are working together to bring laughter back to the stage during these tough times. Todd.
And Lauren, we've now made it into the month of February, and so far this winter, we haven't had any extreme cold temperatures. Well, I think that's about to change. We actually see our temperatures climb by the time we get to Thursday, only to dramatically drop this weekend with a blast of Arctic air. We'll talk all about it coming up in your WRTV Storm Team Forecast.
Welcome back. The pandemic has devastated the live event industry, including what was once easy to find in Indianapolis, live stand-up comedy shows. Our own Troy Washington shows us how two industries are merging to keep their laughter during these tough times.
All the World's a Stage starts one of William Shakespeare's monologues. Well, two worlds have come together to thrive through the pandemic. Here at Sterling Event Center in Greenwood, you can get hitched or you can get your fill of jokes watching one of the many comedy shows. Back when restrictions became the new normal, Gutty's Comedy Club was looking for a way to keep going while the Sterling Event Center was also looking to partner up and stay in business.
Here's the thing is we've been providing clean comedy here in Greenwood for about a year. And so we figured, you know what, we would survive if we can team up with someone that has the same, the venue and all that, the same that we do. So we were like, you know what, let's see if we can reach out to someone that has the same view as us or vision. With how do we provide this comedy for both worlds, those who want to stay home and those who actually want to go out and enjoy themselves.
The point of bringing this mic on this stage is to show people just how strong we are when we work together. Working for you, Troy Washington, WRTV.
Troy, thank you. Well, she's been waiting for weeks for some desperately needed dollars. Coming up, the reason a woman is missing her pandemic benefits, as we had worked to get some answers from the state for her. And let's take a look outside right now. This is our tower camera on top of the building here in downtown Indy with a view to the west. You can see some snow there still on the ground across the Circle City. We'll get Todd's full forecast for the week ahead coming up right here on WRTV.
any plumbing repair.
Welcome back. Countless Hoosiers continue to encounter problems when it comes to collecting their unemployment. WRTV's Nikki Dimitri is finding out how the frustrating issue is impacting families here. She spoke to a Cicero mother who says a simple mistake on a weekly voucher has left her without benefits since late summer.
It is definitely an adjustment.
Keep filing and wait. That's what Linda Cummings says she's been doing for months after she stopped receiving unemployment benefits in September.
When you worked so hard to get where you were, and then everything is gone.
The Cicero mom of four filed originally back in the spring after she was laid off from her job at a call center. Things, Cummings says, went smoothly until she says she accidentally checked off she receives disability on a weekly voucher in September. Cummings says she immediately reached out to explain the mistake, but she says the DWD told her to keep filing her vouchers and wait.
She was like, well, the only thing you can do is wait for a claims investigator to call. They called mid-October. And on that voicemail she left me said that she needed to hear back from me within 24 to 48 hours or it was automatically denied. I left a message with someone. I never heard anything.
In late October, Cummings says she sent an appeal, but it wasn't until December the DWD acknowledged that appeal.
It's just a sad situation overall, and I know I am not the worst off by any means. It's just frustrating. Such a simple mistake. And here we are.
Now Cummings says her savings are gone. This week, her husband started another job after his seasonal layoff. As she continues to wait, she says she's frustrated as to why the process isn't simpler.
Next, solid anything coming in is February 19th.
What do you do until February 19th?
Anything? Everything?
WRTV reached out to the State Department of Workforce Development for comment on Cummings' situation, but was told by a spokesperson they won't comment due to privacy concerns. When asked for any information to pass along to folks who believe they may have made a simple mistake like Cummings, the spokesperson pointed us to this webpage. One of the only relevant answers to the original question on this page is about filing weekly vouchers.
I get it. I understand. I have to wait my turn. There's a line. I get it. But what's the point if by the time you get to me, I have nothing left?
Working for you, Nikki Dimitri, WRTV.
Nikki, thank you. So Cummings tells us she applied for the pandemic unemployment assistance after the Department of Workforce Development advised her to do so this week. Her claim was denied, so she continues to wait to hear more about an appeal date. We'll keep you updated. All right, let's take a look right now. We do have a little bit of child labor going on here, Todd, in this video. Archie had the snow shovel out this midday. He's out with my mom shoveling some snow. He's shoveling from the grass to the sidewalk, though, so we've got to work on that. But that kid loves to shovel some snow, and you can see we still have a decent amount down there in Greenwood.
Yeah, putting them to work early there, Lauren. But yeah, I remember when my nephews were Archie's age, they absolutely loved the snow, and they were always out there helping well. Too cute. All right, outside in Bloomington right now, you can see the snow on the ground there as well. Bloomington, one of the areas where we didn't see quite as much snow as other areas to the north, but nonetheless, with the temperatures still below freezing in many locations, we are keeping the snow on the ground here throughout the day, and of course, without the sunshine out there, it's going to be a little tough to melt it away. 28 in Indy right now. 30 is the current temperature in Shelbyville, and in Bloomington, we're right at 29 degrees. There's a bit of a breeze out there. It's not super strong or super gusty, but it is enough to put wind chill values down into the teens in many locations. So you definitely need to bundle up if you're going to be out and about. High temperatures today are going to go up another couple degrees, but I'm just going to show you the wind chill forecast here throughout the remainder of the day. And you can see that we're going to be in the teens this afternoon and this evening. There's no real improvement that's going to head our way. So just keep that in mind. Again, if you're going to be out across town running some errands this evening, maybe heading off to a workout class or yoga class or something like that, you're going to have to bundle up. Here are those high temperatures. Again, it's not much warmer than it is outside right now. Now, the one thing that has changed is we have gotten rid of the snow showers across the area. They were very light but fairly persistent persistent throughout the course of yesterday evening and then into the overnight hours. But what's happening is that major nor'easter that is on the East Coast is taking the moisture and pulling it all off to the east. And I'm just going to zoom in for you really quick here on Northeast Jersey and in New York State. We have some snowfall rates now right now in these darker blues that are about 2 inches per hour. That is extremely high snowfall rates, and they're going to continue to see that heavy snow. So there's lots of cancellations of flights out to the East Coast airports, which I'm sure your airline notified you about, but they could be backed up for days here. This evening, temperatures in the 20s. Tomorrow, Groundhog Day, we start off with maybe a little bit of sunshine. We'll have to see if the groundhog sees its shadow or not. Otherwise, cloudy skies and temperatures right around 30 degrees for your high temperature. The big change will come as we head towards the end of the week. Thursday, rain, 42 degrees. But by Sunday, high temperatures will only be right around 13 degrees, and that may be a little generous on my part. Wind chill values are probably going to be, and this is not an exaggeration, anywhere from maybe 10 to minus 10 to minus 20 degrees as we get into Saturday and Sunday and then even into Monday of next week. So our first real blast of Arctic air is heading our way, Lauren. Until then, the only little speed bump we have in the forecast is that storm on Thursday, but with a high of 42 degrees, that is mainly going to be all rain.
All right, Todd, thank you so much. So it's happened to all of us at one point or another. You end up in the wrong place on the internet just because of a spelling mistake. Our Tim Scala with the Better Business Bureau says there are criminals out there that are just waiting to take advantage of your typos.
This is for all of us who have typed in the wrong website, or we may not be the best kind of fat finger typist. What the scammers are doing is they're taking popular websites that sometimes have a little bit of a typo in those and registering those as a website. So if you type something in and it's got, let's say, one letter wrong, you're actually going to go to that website, which is not the website you intended to go to. And that's where the trouble starts. You could have malware downloaded onto your computer, or it may look like the right website and they may be trying to sell you some good or some services or something out there. And what you're going to get is either nothing when you buy it, or it's not going to be the product or the service that you want. So just make very, very certain that when you are typing something in that it is correct. Check the website to make certain it looks right. Also go up in the URL bar and make certain it's got that HTTPS, S is the important word there, and that little lock on the icon. But really, just kind of make certain your typing is right, because even though a lot of times Google will correct that, if that website is registered, it's going to take it there even though you typed it in wrong. So just be careful and slow down your typing. I know I do that a lot of times, and just make certain you've got the right website.
All right, Tim, thank you so much. Next, two icons coming together. We'll show you the movie trailer that's not real, but it's still having a big adventure on the internet. You're watching the news at noon on WRTV.
Strength to make a difference.
Welcome back. Jurassic Park is, of course, a legendary adventure film, but some people have wondered, what if scientists had bioengineered other creations on the island instead of dinosaurs? What if the people there had been terrorized by a 1980s icon instead?
Come on, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Now, right now. Let's go.
That's pretty funny. So the internet has apparently fallen in love with Pee-wee Park. It was created by the YouTube channel Pixel Riot. It replaces every dinosaur in the Jurassic Park trailer with the great Pee-wee Herman himself. Pretty funny. All right, Todd, one more final check of our forecast.
All right, Lauren, there could be a flurry or two this afternoon, otherwise cloudy skies and chilly temperatures hovering right around the 30-degree mark. Tomorrow, partly sunny, 31 up to 34 with some sunshine on Wednesday. Then a rainy day potentially on Thursday with a high of 42. And then what really jumps out at you, the very cold Arctic air that comes in over the weekends.
All right, Todd, thanks so much, and thanks for joining us and making WRTV your choice for news. Have a good Monday.